Okay, so what are you making today, Linda? As I catch her drinking her coffee.
I am going to try a recipe that has absolutely no measurements. Dawn and I were in Thunder Bay and we stayed at the Landmark Inn. And since there was a snowstorm that day, we decided to eat at the restaurant in the motel.
Snowstorm? There was a friggin' blizzard. It dumped 10 inches.
Well, we went in and we had steak and vegetables, and there was a soup and salad bar. And the soup was called Tuscan Tomato, or Tomato Tuscan. And Dawn liked it, and I was shocked. And it was really, really good. So I asked the waiter if it was canned or if it was made from scratch. And he said, it's made from scratch. I said, could you ask the chef if he would give me his recipe? So the chef came out, real nice young guy, and he says, I don't have any measurements. I said, that's okay, that's how I cook too.
Yeah.
So he went back and he wrote down all the ingredients for it. So this is Graham Davis's soup that I'm going to try and get right. There's beef, onions, carrots, celery, mushrooms, garlic, crushed tomato, diced tomato, 35% cream, tomato paste, basil pesto, oregano, hot chili powder, salt, pepper, and beef stock. So I've written down the amounts that I'm using to start with.
And they'll be on at the end of the video.
So I'm going to heat the pan up, and I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to this, since I cut the beef really, really fine and there is absolutely no fat on it. See, the thing about the soup at the restaurant, you didn't get a big bite of meat or a big, even just a bite of carrots. It was all cut up so fine or cooked so long. So, there's my oil.
I'm going to take the camera off and go over and take a look.
And that's the size I cut the beef up into. And with this recipe, I think you could actually do it vegetarian. Use vegetable stock and leave out the meat.
So you're going to brown the meat first, or
No,
what?
just, it's still frozen. I started doing this a couple days ago, and I decided not to do it for a while.
And
So,
she just washed her hands after handling the meat.
well, yes.
Okay.
That was something you did even when I was a kid. So. But the meat is in. And then I'll add the vegetables. Another thing. Every once in a while you'd get a string of onion and it wasn't all chopped up fine. So I've chopped up some and I've left some in little thin slices that I'll add as well. But there's 1 cup of onions, 2 cups of shredded carrots.
Okay, dear, you already told them.
Okay. I was giving the measurement. But everything is cut up really, really fine. Like the carrots are shredded and I chopped all this up earlier so nobody had to see my terrible knife skills. And I still have all my fingers and no band-aids. And I chopped up 3 cloves of garlic, but I think I'm only going to use about 1.5 of it. Because the pesto, the basil pesto, has garlic in it as well.
Yes, but dear, how do you keep the garlic in your half of the soup?
Okay,
Don't put it in mine.
He did.
Yeah, but I didn't know. When I know, I complain.
Yeah, I know. Which is why I don't let you in my kitchen when I'm usually cooking. Okay, I'm going to add 1 pint of beef stock because it's starting to get really hot in the pot. And then this is a can of diced tomatoes. And this is a can of tomato sauce.
So you could make this up and pour it onto pasta.
Yeah, if you made it thick enough.
I was teasing, dear.
But really, it's pretty much all the same ingredients. It's going to need a lot more beef stock, though. Or it's going to be really, really thick.
Well, that was part of what I liked. I liked the beef stock.
Yeah. And now there's a can of tomato paste. When I was reading the ingredients after he gave it to us in the restaurant, Don says, you could actually, it's actually just cleaning out your fridge. And that basically is what soup is. My mom always called hers day before grocery day, clean out the crisper drawer.
Okay.
And her soups were never the same twice. They were usually pretty good. Except
What's that, beef stock?
Yeah. That's my second pint of that. And one of the ingredients is also 30 whipping cream, 35%. But I want to can any that we don't eat, so I'm not going to add that because I don't know how well it would. Could you get me one of the little round spoons? Very back. Forgot that. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of the pesto.
Pesto, is that what you put down to get rid of pests?
No, it's what you put in when you want to drive your pesty husband batty.
Okay.
It's basil and basil and oil and garlic, which is why I didn't add all the garlic that I had chopped.
You don't have to drive me batty. I'm
Right.
already going batty. Setting up our website, how would I put it? It's driving me batty.
And these are just the onions that I cut up in slices instead of chopping.
That's your stringy onions.
Yeah. But like if you left out the beef and the beef stock, you could add vegetable stock or water or maybe even wine and make it a vegetarian version. But this is still too thick, so it'll get another 2 cans of beef stock. And then I'll let it cook for about 2 hours. Taste it. Definitely have to taste it. And bring you back and show you what it looks like when it's done. I'm just going to add the salt now.
Is that your pink salt?
No, this is just regular table salt. I know.
And your precision measuring?
Well, that was about a little over a teaspoon.
I thought it was a little over a tablespoon.
No. See, there's a teaspoon. That was just maybe a tablespoon.
Yeah. Yes.
And
The measurer strikes again.
my white pepper. Actually, I think this has black pepper in it as well. About that much. A little over a teaspoon. That's
Mixed
just for
pepper.
starters.
Okay. And stir it all in?
Yeah. And make sure you wipe your hand on your shirt. That's what shows a good cook. Except when you have flour on your hands. And everybody
Okay.
knows you've been baking. Can you
What's that?
pass me a can opener? Right there in the front. That's my other thing of beef stock. I may finally have a use for all the beef stock I've got downstairs. But there. And if I find that it's a little too thick in a couple hours, I'll add another jar or two. But it's a nice, inexpensive soup. And if I can get the flavor right, I will.
Well, you're never going to get the flavor the same twice, are you? Like, this is cleaning out the fridge.
Yeah. Except I had to go out and buy the mushrooms and buy the carrots.
Well, couldn't you have put dehydrated carrots in?
I could, but I thought I'll try it all from fresh the first time.
Same way the chef did.
Yeah. And also, he called for diced tomatoes and crushed tomatoes, but I used the tomato sauce because I don't like big chunks of tomatoes. So
Presumably he was using up stuff that was left over from the salad bar.
he might have been.
Okay.
But he also had it cook a lot longer than I do. But I still don't like big chunks of tomatoes, so I use the diced because they're nice and small. And the tomato sauce for the flavor.
Okay.
And there is my version of tomato Tuscan soup created by Graham Davis at the Landmark Inn.
Okay. And that's the Landmark in Thunder Bay.
Yeah. And I think the name of the restaurant was Jackadoodle. Or Jackadoo. Sort of a rabbit with horns for the caribou. So it's called the Jackadoo.
Okay. Whatever. Mhm. Okay, that's going to cook for how long at what heat?
About 2 hours. And I'm turning it down my stove to 2.8 because
Which is medium, low,
low,
what?
medium low.
Yes, not many people have an English Canadian stove that's set in decimals. Some
Yeah.
people even have your favorite kind of stove, gas.
Oh, I wish.
You can't have. Nearest gas line is at least 100 miles away.
I think Hearst.
In that case, it's even further.
But there is my soup.
Okay, sit down for a second.
Oh, thank you. I hope it turns out because you may be getting a lot of it if I can't stand up to cook.
Now, Linda has told me that she's got over 800 subscribers. And
827, I think.
I was saying, you don't advertise for subscribers, you don't ask for subscribers, you just go on and treat people nice, like they were in your kitchen as friends.
Yeah. That's
But
the way
all
to
the
do
other
it.
sites that I see, they have contests and giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot just go on and say thank you to all my subscribers.
Okay. So, because of the Canada Revenue Agency thing that I got going, where I have to show activity on an account, let's give away a picture for a subscriber. How do you want to do that?
If you're a subscriber, send me your name.
And address.
No, not until they win.
Oh, okay.
I don't want anybody's addresses. That doesn't work well quite often. So
All right.
when the winner wins, then I'll private message them and get their address to mail them a picture. But what picture? When you send in your name, say if you would like an animal picture, like a bear or a deer, or a
A
scenery.
picture of Linda out camping in the woods.
No, a scenery picture with a lot of water from Lake Superior, or a scenery picture with some of our mountains in it. And whoever wins, I will look at that and I will send that type of picture.
Actually, I have one picture in mind that you would love, Linda. Remember that moose camp? No, it was the fish camp where we were out near the Black River.
People wouldn't want that to hang on their wall.
Oh, I think it looks nice.
It does, but you like primitive. But no, a scenery picture or an animal in the bush, and I will pick the picture to send. And it will end June 1st. That gives them a month.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, it'll end June 1st, and I will take all the names, put them into one of my hats that hides my hair, and we'll draw a name, and that will be the winner of the picture.
Okay.
So,
There is one thing about the picture. It won't include a frame. Sending the picture all by itself is going to be expensive.
I don't mind that, but I don't want the frame to break because all frames have glass in them, and it would probably break.
Shipping a frame from here, well, we priced it out, and to ship it 200 miles is going to cost $57
Oh,
for a
yes.
picture with the frame.
One thing, this is open to anybody, anywhere in the world. Not just Canada, not just the States, but in England, Australia, India, wherever the mail goes, you're welcome to enter the draw.
The only place it's not open to is North Korea, because they don't accept anything from outside the country. Okay. We'll bring you back when this is ready to serve.
Talk to you later.
Okay, anytime you're ready.
Okay, this is the soup I'm having for supper. Don wanted canned Campbell's chicken noodle soup. So I said okay, but I'm going to have this soup. But you can see the tomatoes, there's shredded carrots, there's mushrooms and meat.
No wonder I don't want it. I didn't know about the mushrooms. Okay.
But that's
it
what
does
it looks
taste
like.
good.
And I'm having I'm having a messy grilled cheese sandwich with mine.
Okay. And the rest of this you're going to can, right?
Yeah, I'm going to can it tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice and thick and
that's before you add the cream.
yeah. I didn't
Okay.
add cream to mine. If you were having it, I'd have added cream.
All right.
But remember, let me know, you can do it on this video, let me know what type of scenery picture you like, and I will draw it on June 1st.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye-bye.